Well, next this evening there have been fresh calls for a Hillsborough-style inquiry into the so-called tainted blood scandal.
During the 70s and 80s, haemophilia patients were given blood products on the NHS which were infected with hepatitis and HIV.
One of the victims, Mike Dorricott, died last year. His daughter Sarah, who's from Leeds, is now backing calls to investigate the scandal after claims of a cover-up. Here's Michael Billington.
When I found out I was pregnant, it broke my heart. It really broke my heart because I knew that he'd never get to meet him.
Sarah Dorricott discovered she was expecting her first baby a fortnight after her father's funeral.
He would never get to walk his daughters down the aisle. He would never get to meet his grandchildren. And my little boy looks so much like his granddad. So it reminds me of him every day. And it's... Oh, sorry.
Mike died last April, one of 6,000 people who in the 70s and 80s were treated for things like haemophilia with infected blood products imported from America. Taken from high-risk donors like drug addicts and prisoners, it was contaminated with HIV and hepatitis C. 2,000 people have since died.
The contaminated blood scandal is now rightly recognised as the worst treatment disaster in the history of our country's health service.
The government's promised to double spending on financial support for the victims over the next 5 years.
We all now agree that the current support arrangements cannot continue. I cannot agree with the Department of Health that the settlement that they have proposed is sufficient.
But following claims from the Labour peer Lord Owen, who was health minister during the 70s, that evidence of contamination was covered up, MPs are now demanding an independent inquiry.
I do feel that the response really lacks the humanity that's required, the recognition of the pain and suffering that so many have gone through, and also unwillingness to really give answers and justice for people who have been affected.
No matter what apologies are given, no matter what amount of money is proposed or little amount of money is proposed, as long as the truth comes out in the end, I think that we will find closure.
But such an inquiry has been ruled out. Theresa May saying she doesn't believe it will provide the answers the families say they need. Michael Billington, ITV News in Leeds.